Ain't no way, ain't no how. I'ma let somebody come and shut me down. Hold my own, I'ma stand my ground. I'ma rep my city and salute my town. Said ain't no way, ain't no how. I'ma let somebody come and shut me down. I'ma hold my own, I'ma stand my ground. And I'm ready for whatever, and I still stand proud. Ain't no way. Who you think you kidding, dude? Never thought that I would do.
What up, though? It is your boy Mike D, host of Wrestling from the 313. We are back this week with another cool episode. And as always, we are streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. This episode is brought to you by WSN, the Wrestling Society Network. Go to Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire Stick. Download the app. They got a lot of cool stuff on there, wrestling content from wrestling shows, from the independents. They got wrestling documentaries, wrestling movies, wrestling cartoons. They've created a wrestling promotion from the 2K video game. A lot of cool stuff on there. Go to the website, thewrestlingsociety.com. Sign up for a free account there. You got a lot of cool content there. You can also go to the podcast room where they have a lot of wrestling podcasters that you can check out. Wrestling from the 313 is also on there. Also go to their Patreon where you can join for free, but to get the cool exclusive stuff, check out the membership options. They got something cool for everybody. And also want to make an announcement. The Wrestling from the 313 YouTube channel hit over 9,400 subscribers today. I am happy about that. So anybody that is that is a subscriber, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. We're getting close to 9,500. And very, very soon we're going to be hitting 10,000. So that's something big, something that I'm happy about, and I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the YouTube channel and supported Wrestling from the 313. So my guest today, he is back for his second appearance on Wrestling from the 313. He is a broadcast journalist. He is a manager. And a lot of people also didn't know he's also a musician. You can catch some of his music on Spotify. He's the Black Diamond, Sing Nick. What up, though? Welcome back to Wrestling from the 313.
Thank you so much for having me back. Second time. I love this. You know, it's, I'm going to try and keep up with you. Still jet lagged. My brain is somewhere still over in England. So, you know.
We're going to talk about that, too. You know, how the overseas trip went. So, anybody that got questions, comments, want to give a shout out to me or Sing Nick, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, you know, post a comment in the comment box, and we'll definitely put your comment or questions or whatever you want to ask us. We'll put it right there on the show. So, Nick, it's been a minute. What's been the biggest change in your career since your first appearance on Wrestling from the 313?
Ooh, a lot more travel. My God. You know, I travel so much. I love every bit of it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I really appreciate my own bed, you know, because you go from this hotel, that hotel. Sometimes you waiting for that next flight, you fall asleep in the airport. It's like, and somebody weird be standing over you, but you looking forward to your own bed sometimes. So I'm grateful for that. But I'm gonna be hitting the ground running again, doing a show in the States, at Spring Hill, Florida All-Star Wrestling for their debut.
Sweet, that's what's up. So while you were overseas, how many countries did you go to?
Generally, well, for most part, I kind of stay stationary. Like I'll be maybe in Newcastle, England. I go to Middlesbrough. Then from there, I've been to Glasgow, Scotland. Doing shows there. Everyone there is so cool, so nice. Um, I'm trying to do my aspiration. Well, I also did Rome, Italy too back in November. That was just mind blowing seeing the Coliseum. Having dinner near the Coliseums is insane to me. And going to the Vatican, visiting there, just a lot of breathtaking sights. Like it just puts things in perspective. Like America, we're a newer country in comparison, but it's just they have such classic architecture abroad that you just can't you kind of put in words that we don't have anything really close to that here, and it's just so inspiring to see, and just makes you just sit back and say, "Wow, I'm grateful to be a part of this and to be able to have this opportunity to experience that."
That's what's up. Yeah, because the Rome Coliseum has been up for ages.
Oh
Am
yeah,
I correct? Like
oh yeah.
going back to like, and I'm just throwing the number out there, the 1700s or something like that, or
Oh, a little even further back than that. That's sadly that's where you used to throw Christians to the lions over there. And I'm like, wow, I'm actually having dinner right across from where all that was taking place. I'm like, okay, that's kind of historic, also kind of scary as well. It's like I don't know, that's something to just put you can you can have all kind of random thoughts coming in, you know. So
but
it's
that
like
would
wow,
kind
I'm
of,
actually right here.
yeah. But that would kind of be like the equivalent, like if you went to Egypt and kind of like saw the
Oh yeah.
pyramids and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. I think I know that was definitely like something a trip that you'll definitely remember for a long time.
Oh, absolutely. And what made it even better, the people I was there with, shout out to the crew at OIWA Wrestling, Sword Championship Wrestling Worldwide. They're very awesome. Sometimes you end up traveling with someone, you're like, oh God, would they just go back home or something happen where they just leave? But this crew, like we had each other's back. It was awesome. It was nice. And you can't put a price on that, so I appreciate that as well. Shout out to them. Um,
That,
yeah,
that's
it was
what's up.
cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you know, you coming from another country and
Hmm.
going somewhere else to go to different shows, and for them to have your back like that, knowing that you
Yeah.
far away from home, that's cool to hear too.
Oh, absolutely.
So you we talked about it, but any other experiences overseas that you enjoyed?
Oh, definitely. Knock on wood, I haven't had a bad trip yet. But um, what really will always stand out to me was the very first one. Late October, early November 2024, going to London and working in Newcastle from there. That was amazing. Going to going to that huge toy store there, that was awesome.
Oh, sweet.
Um, just taking in all like the sights, seeing Big Ben for the first time, and it's kind of funny. Like now, I'll be near there, and like, oh yeah, I've seen that already. But it was so breathtaking seeing that. And granted, yeah, it's for the most part, our whole time there it was really overcast, but still just enjoyed it. It might as well have been a sunny day for me because that's how like amazing it was. And seeing like the countryside and all that was just beautiful. And actually too, just the wrestling scene over there, people just the thirst is real for wrestling. They're good wrestling, I might add. And people, if you promote it, they will show up and they support the wrestlers, even the commentators and announcers like me, 100%. And this is something that not to sound big headed, but I think that's kind of missing here in America. Like I think we're oversaturated and spoiled here, where there is more of the appreciation for the art of it.
Yeah, yeah. And that was gonna be one of my questions. What are
Mhm.
some of the key differences between wrestling in the US and wrestling in the international? Um what other key differences did you kind of see when you went overseas?
Respect actually. People don't try to follow you in the locker room. They try to, if they see the curtain might be a little half open, they won't try to look in there. They might even fix it for you. So it's just those little things like they like to, be nice to the people put on the show and have that respect there where, here, like we'll have people being disrespectful. You'll have your hecklers everywhere. Don't get me wrong, but you have
Yeah,
people who are very disrespectful. You have people who literally, like we just heard on the instance from Las Vegas for WrestleMania weekend, people being stalked in the hotels. Like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
I didn't experience any of that and stuff, but I'm sure it probably happens there too. But for them, I didn't see anything like that. All my times I've been there, I haven't seen anything like that.
yeah. And one thing that I would say, and going back to just all the stuff you heard at WrestleMania with the
Mhm.
fans interacting with wrestlers. I don't like how fans interact with wrestlers at the airport either. Like they
Yep.
just got off a flight. If they not just getting off a flight or they about to get on one after just having a 10-20 minute match, they just, slam their bodies on in the wrestling ring
Mhm.
and they ready to relax. And it's just like you want to come at them with all. I saw a video with these fans. They got an autograph from Jeff Hardy, and they just had like mad pictures. Like, bruh,
Mhm.
ain't no telling how late it was. This dude ready to
Yeah.
get on the plane and relax, and
Yeah.
you hitting him with all these pictures, and I really feel like that's real disrespectful. And
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
just some of the stuff that I saw. This one guy got kicked out of a convention because he had grabbed Cora Jade.
Yep.
Um, Big Vito got into it with the fan, like he like choked him, like had him in a chokehold,
Yeah.
and it's just crazy how fans just think that because they pay lots of money to meet their wrestlers
Yeah.
or go to these wrestling shows that they feel like that they have to act a certain way or wrestlers
Right.
owe them, and then it's just not cool.
No, it's just, and it's a thing too. Like, just because you pay money for a ticket, I don't even care if you paid $1 million. You don't get to put your hands on me or harass me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's the same. Like, like when if I go to a concert, hell, if I go to a Beyonce concert, I'm not trying to storm the stage and grab her. I'm enjoying the show.
yeah,
Sit back
yeah.
and watch it. Just have that kind of mentality when you see a wrestler. Just, yes, you see him on TV, but just have some respect. So have some, and my grandma used to say, have some decorum about yourself. Don't make a fool out of yourself doing stuff. You know,
Right,
give people
definitely.
that space.
Oh yeah. So, was there a specific match or moment overseas that really stood out to you?
I would say a recent one, is with Valor Wrestling, and they have a show coming up in June. I want everyone to follow them on social media. Um, they're on Extreme Channel over there as well in the UK, or you can access it here in the US on Channel Box app. New shows every Friday with my voice on. But it was a great one between the UEWA heavyweight champion BT Gunn, who is really one of the best going today in wrestling, against Mr. Tim Strange. And the way they worked that match led to the end. It was just something that had a mix of old school meets a little bit of new.
Okay.
And fans were just so into it, way into it. Another one I saw from a promotion I do commentary for as well is it's part of CXW wrestling, but it's the other show was more family friendly. It's Certified Professional Wrestling, and they have a show coming this Sunday, May 17th, or is it still over there, 17th of May? But I saw a young standout, Iron Aiden, take on 30 plus year veteran Johnny Storm, Wonder King Johnny Storm, and just it gave you a few shades of the 1988 first Sting versus Flair match, but in their own way without mimicking or copying that, or a little bit of that whole July 1994 Bret Hart versus 1-2-3 Kid.
Yeah.
Just that good the way they put it together. And for Iron Aiden to be so young in the game, just picking up like that. And shout out to him. He's going against JJ Gold this Sunday. And I recently did a scenic view episode and took about 5 minutes focused on that match in particular. And I just want to see if Iron Aiden, I mean, maybe you bit off more you can chew. We'll see. But that's a match I'm looking forward to. I want everyone to see that when it drops some point on YouTube.
Sweet, sweet. And I think those like you were saying, the old Sting Ric Flair match,
Mhm.
Bret Hart and the 1-2-3 Kid match, like those type of matches where it's just straight wrestling. It ain't
Yep.
no real like storyline. It's just straight wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Mhm.
that I don't remember if Bret Hart and 1-2-3 Kid the storyline, if they had a storyline going on or if it was just a
I
match.
don't know.
But I definitely remember like they put on the classic.
Oh
I would
yeah.
say yeah, it was a classic.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just Bret Hart made anybody look good in the ring. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
He was a
Absolutely.
ring technician, and 1-2-3 Kid, he was coming up in the game and getting his feet wet and stuff, and riding around with Shawn Michaels, Sky Hall, and Kevin Nash and Triple H. You definitely learned a lot.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think six, 1-2-3 Kid, six X Pac. I definitely think that his ring skills was kind of like underrated. I don't think
Oh,
they got
absolutely.
the I don't think he got a lot of props, but he definitely had some good matches back in the day.
I think his feud goes underrated under the radar. He had against Ric Flair in WCW '97.
Yeah, yeah,
They had like a awesome match at Road well it wasn't Hog Wild then Road Wild
yeah,
'97.
yeah,
That was good. And I just think his WCW time doesn't get talked about a lot because yeah, granted it was short, but I think in that short time he did a lot wrestling wise. He had Eddie Guerrero he's facing, Dean Malenko, Ric Flair, doing those 6-man tags with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, just the original Wolfpack. And
yes,
I
yes,
think people just, take that for granted because for whatever reason these days, like because of all the documentaries, people had this skewed view towards WCW. And
mm,
I hate that if people really want to know who weren't born then, just look it up on YouTube, watch some of those matches in WCW because for a lot of time, and I'm not just saying that 'cause I grew up in the South, they they had WWF in a chokehold, especially when it came to the wrestling portion, because they
yeah,
had the best.
yeah. I agree. Yeah, and especially around that time when they started getting all those old WWF guys like Hall and Nash.
Mhm.
They had already got Hogan and Macho Man, and then they were even getting the guys like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the Big
Yep.
Boss Man, Earthquake. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it was just like it was like I can't say that the storyline, like the characters in WCW, were bad. Like
No.
I'm trying to think of the dude that came through the wall and his helmet fell off.
Uh,
The
Shockmaster. Shockmaster.
Shockmaster.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Hmm.
they had characters like that, and then I know they had little pay-per-views where they had RoboCop and stuff like that. But for
Hey,
me,
as a kid, that was kind of cool to me. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah, yeah. But it was like for me, like because when me growing up in Detroit, that's all we watched. All they had up here was WWF. I
Oh
think
yeah.
WCW would come on like it came on regular TV, but it'll be like 1, 2 in the morning. So you had
Yeah.
to, if you was a kid, you had to try to stay up late to try to watch it, but you'd be
Hmm.
asleep by 12. But once I got exposed to WCW, like that's when I was like, okay, like there's more than just WWF. And then
Right.
once like everything exploded with the Monday Night Wars, it was just like that was the best time in wrestling. But WCW back in the day, like you said, the wrestling was definitely better than WWF.
Oh yeah. Characters are never their strong suit, even going back to the NWA days. But
Yeah,
when it came to the wrestling end, bell to bell, you watched it, you kind of, you, it was more adult in a sense without being, explicit or anything like that.
yeah,
Whereas at that time, WWF was, aimed at children. Again, nothing wrong with that at all because
yeah,
honestly, who's the ones that drag you to the store to buy the toys, to buy the video games, all that is the kids. So why not market to them?
yeah,
It's smart business and it lasts longer, long term. As you can see, out of all the places that come up, they're still the ones who are around. So,
yeah. That's true.
yeah.
That is definitely true. So, what did you learn about yourself as a performer while you were out on the international stage?
Um, Kind of learned that, kind of proven to myself that I can do this on a bigger level. Have an opportunity to just go overseas, travel, meet other people, other wrestlers, make those connections as well. And shout out to and rest in peace to Sir Mo Bobby Horn. I wouldn't be the International Black Diamond without him because he's the one that put me on for that first UK trip in 2024.
Oh, wow.
And he's yeah, he passed last year, but it's having someone when you have those doubts in yourself, like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, I'm not a wrestler, they'll never take me seriously, or they might not like, my southern accent when it comes out sometimes and all that, but you sometimes when you talk to yourself like that, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Mhm.
Or as my grandma used to say, you let the devil win. You can't let him win. You got to, put your foot on him. So going out there, proving that I can be capable of doing commentary, like even managing, like with some of the best all over the world, really just cemented to me, okay, this, I can do this. I belong. And, most surreal experience for me. And, I still get those nerves because I still care about it, but
Yeah,
I don't have those like those negative thoughts anymore where, oh, I shouldn't be here, blah, blah. I don't, that's gone ever since that going over there.
that's what's up. So real quick, I know you said that you were a commentator and a manager. Um, as a manager, what are some of the things like when you training to be a manager? Because I know that there's training involved.
Oh yeah.
What are some of the things or one of the key things that they teach you that to make you a good manager?
Kind of knowing what to say, like you want them to be mad at you. You don't want them to hate you to the point where it's go away. Get the hell out of here. Don't show up again or, stuff like that. Also knowing when to kind of just dig in, but able to kind of pull back out a little bit. And by that I mean, you kind of go for that jugular, but not all the way. Cause you want to give them something later on because eventually, if I put it this way, the promoter knows what they're doing. The goal is to see you get your comeuppance, see you get beat up, and you give them a little bit, you give them angry just enough, and you kind of let it go because you don't want to like blow everything out there your first show and then boom, okay, where else can he go?
Yeah,
You want to sustain that by adding a little bit here and there each show, doing what you can on social media, then having that big moment, and then okay, here comes crescendo. He's getting his comeuppance. Finally, there's justice in the world. those type of moments, and also just to simply, as the old guys always used to say, slow down. Um, like there's some moments if someone's thrown out near me, near my feet, referee might have his back turned. Sometimes it means more if I don't do anything.
Okay.
They thinking, they're assuming I'm about to stomp them, I'm about to do whatever, but not right now. I pick my spot, I pick my time. And then it might be just at the end when I finally get in there and interfere. 'Cause that makes it mean more when I do something too. Um, and I'm putting more on my person representing that, I'm not interfering every 5 seconds where I'm taking away from them. So I get a little bit, they get the most, which is how it should be.
That's what's up.
And
So
also too, the bumping part, like I can't stress this enough. A lot of people want to get into this, think they can do it and think, oh, I saw it on TV. Are you able to take a move? When that time comes, can you do it? Can you, and also when you do it, even if you're trained, can you do it like a manager would?
yeah,
Like I can't take a move like I'm a trained professional, so to speak. I am. I had to do it a certain way where it looks like, oh, that could almost kill them and stuff, versus where if a wrestler took it, maybe give them about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, they can get moving again. But for me, I got to merely make it look like it killed me. So we're going to make that work.
definitely. So just for people who will watch my watching and getting hearing about you for the first time.
Mhm.
As a manager, who are some guys that you study, or guys that you looked up to, or managers you looked up to as being a wrestling fan and being a manager?
Well, way back NWA, JJ Dillon, he'll
Yeah,
always be manager of Four Horsemen, always would be kind of intimidating where, like I was saying earlier, someone gets thrown out to him. It's not going to go for that stomp or hit him immediately. He's going
yeah,
to, pick a spot, do something later. He's going to make you think he's going to do something, but then he just backs off for a minute.
yeah.
Kind of like, haha, you were wrong. But, then after that, Jim Cornette, of course,
Oh
um,
yeah, yeah,
just the way he can talk, like he just come up with something off the fly like that. And, that always just astonished and impressed me. I'm like, wow. And, we go to WWF, Sherry Martel.
oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, definitely.
you know, everyone just wanted to like hate her, even though she was a woman. Everybody just wanted her to get beat up, and it didn't matter. But she was just
And
so good at what she did.
yeah, and she'll get in the ring with the dudes too. She had no
Oh
problem with
yeah,
that either.
she
She'd
was
take them
tough.
heels off and jump on somebody back and get the swinging.
Exactly, Sister Sherry. But yeah, and then Bobby Brain Heenan, of course,
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
actually people don't mention him in this role because they think of him more, most of the wrestler, rightfully so. But even Ted DiBiase, Million Dollar Man,
Yeah,
when he was managing $1 million corporation and had all these guys. He had Bam Bam Bigelow, got Tatanka,
yep.
King Kong Bundy, Sid Vicious, or Psycho Sid at the time. Just seeing him do that kind of was like, okay, this inspires me to do something. And then, also for, inspiration for them, but also you take other things like in media. Um, of course, growing up, grandmother in the house, Young and the Restless was always on. So
Right. Yep.
why not be Victor Newman,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. That's what's up. Um. And another guy that what I would say that was one of my favorites back in the day, Paul Heyman, when he was the
Oh
manager in
yes.
WCW, when he was Paulie Dangerously,
Oh,
and
the big
just
phone, yeah.
yeah, he had the big phone, and like the group that he had with him, I wouldn't say they were like the Four Horsemen, but they were kind of like a B. I wouldn't even say a B version of the Horsemen, but they were
Yeah.
it was a nice collective group because you had
Oh,
Bobby
Dangerous
E.
Alliance, yes.
You had Bobby Eaton, Arn Anderson. You had Steve Austin. You had
Hmm.
Larry Zabisco. I think Rick Rude was in the Dangerous Alliance, and then you had
Yes.
Medusa. So you had a
Yep.
nice little group, and then Paul Heyman being pretty much the voice for everybody, even though a lot of the guys in the group could also talk on the mic too.
Oh
So
yeah.
it was just like that was just like I think that's a group, that's a faction that is also underrated that a lot of people don't talk about, like because
Oh, absolutely.
you had to definitely you had a nice little group right there with the Dangerous Alliance, and they always had I know they always had rivalries with Sting, that him
Oh
and
yeah.
Sting and Rick Rude. I definitely remember those. And
Oh
I
yeah.
could just remember Arn Anderson being in and out of the tag team scene in that
Mhm.
group. Steve Austin was the U.S. or the television champion, and
Yep.
WCW, they, and I know they're not around anymore, but the people that was running it back then, I know they had to be shaking their head like we dropped the ball on Steve Austin, because
Oh yeah.
sometimes I think about what if he was able to do the Stone Cold character in WCW during the time of the NWO. You know what I'm saying? That would have been something interesting right there.
The sad thing, and I had that thought before too, but I think because of, the politics involved with the broadcast network, like WWF and USA, like they kind of got away with a little bit more.
Yeah,
Like,
yup, definitely.
you know, I can remember them kind of cursing a little bit more first versus WCW. And WCW were, it would always be, even in 1999, I'll kick your butt still. So,
Yeah, yeah,
versus the other. And it is this thing like that. I don't know if Stone Cold could ever really be Stone Cold in WCW. Like he would have
definitely.
had to have been established in WWF, and then maybe, let's say if WCW was still around in 2002 and he had that kind of blow up with WWF and
Yeah, yeah,
came down. Oh yeah.
yeah, definitely. And real quick, I know you said you're from the South.
Mhm.
Last week Ted Turner passed away.
Yeah.
And what and I know this is a crazy question to ask because I know he had
Mm.
a real big impact on a lot of the TV or cable down
Oh
south. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Putting the Braves on TV and stuff like that, and the Atlanta Hawks. Just what were some of your thoughts, and what were some of the things that you remember about Ted Turner, and just what he brought to what he did for the South?
Really influential. Put the South on the map. Even at a time where everyone, thought of Georgia. Everyone here is backwoods and all this. He really put us on the map as a city, as a state. Atlanta Braves, Hawks, creating the first cable news channel. People forget about that. He created
Yeah,
CNN,
yeah,
the very first, and everyone else tried to follow suit. Um, the innovations, like with the start times at 7:05, 6:05, those type of things,
yeah,
that was innovative
yeah,
in cable. I
yeah.
used to be mad at him now when I'll be watching WCW Saturday night and be preempted by a Braves game, but otherwise
Yeah, yeah,
I used to be mad. I'm like, what? But otherwise, like, yeah, he's just, his brain was really cooking. And I think that there hasn't been a true billionaire yet that's come close to what he did, the innovation. Even you look at things like in, nothing speak, in the 90s, of course, you had all the saved environment kind of stuff happening, but he really kicked it off with Captain Planet,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
seeing that and all the big stars are in there, like Whoopi Goldberg playing Gaia and all that. Is just,
yeah. I think
that was huge.
LeVar Burton
Yep.
played what's his name? What was his name? Kwame or
Kwame. Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
definitely.
just phenomenal.
Yeah, and he also started. He had started the Cartoon Network too, right? Because
Yep.
that was under Turner too. Yep. Yeah, and then just everything that he did for TNT Sports.
Yep.
Um, yeah, He's definitely gonna be missing. That's one thing I'm gonna remember about back in the day with TBS. Everything
Mhm.
was at 6:05, six
Yep.
thirty five. It was it was never a regular time like everybody else. He had to be different, but that's what made him the legend that he was in media. And he was one of the first to step into pro wrestling and go head up with Vince. Almost put him
Mhm.
out of business, but
Yep.
at the end of the day, WWE prevailed. So just wanted to just kind of reflect on Ted Turner and
Oh, absolutely.
rest in peace and condolences to his family.
If not for him, like wrestling really wouldn't have came along in the South the way it did. Like he really helped with that. And I think people just don't understand like the magnitude what he created, what he did.
Yeah,
So yeah, I always shout out forever to Ted Turner.
definitely, definitely. So you've been working with multiple promotions. How has that helped shape your style and your growth?
It's constant learning, on the go and learning too, like learning to kind of, have that lower, have your expectations, not lower them, but have your expectations, but also know not to exceed certain ones. Cause I know there's some promotions who having a commentator is a brand new thing. And, so you kind of go with the growth pains with that, where they may not have the setup quite right, or it might be just one big microphone sticking out, and you're like, all right, I need some sound. So to mitigate those things, I learned how to kind of just bring some of my own equipment. I might have my own microphone, might be a little basic plug and play setup, but it gets the job done. And have my own kind of headphones too. I ain't gonna lie now. Some people don't be cleaning those with alcohol and stuff, and I don't want to
Oh
be putting my
yeah,
ears and bringing something back
right.
home. It's nasty.
You don't want to be mixing earwax and having stuff
Yeah,
growing all out your ear. Cause
exactly.
I definitely feel you on that, man. Yeah,
I got no problem. I don't need more.
right, right. So
And also knowing too that some aren't gonna like, even though you got this big, huge table, wrestlers gonna walk right by. They may talk to the ring announcer because they want to have their entrance right, but they forget about, okay, you may want to have your commentary right too. So you may want to tell the commentator something.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
either have to, if I get there in time, talk to all of them realistically. Can't always get it done because, I got to make sure my stuff is right too.
yeah,
Um, I'll try to look up a few things, but for the most part, it might come down to me just telling that story in the ring. And, you know, some things in wrestling never change. You can really just, pick up where you're at. And, sometimes to some people just don't have a character, don't know what to tell you. I come up with something for them and I tell them, have you thought about trying this? If I get there in time, be able to have that conversation with, one or two of them. And that collaboration, that helps as well. But, for the most part, I have people try to either send me a script, um, or, I try to talk from my can. Hey, seen this, gonna call on the fly. If you don't like it, and holler at the promoter. But it
yeah.
is what it
Yeah.
is.
So would you say your commentary style was more like a baby face or more heelish?
Oh, more heel. If I'm solo by myself, I'll which lately, honestly, I've been by myself a lot. Which is even it's harder doing it that way too. But I would still lean toward being kind of in the middle.
Okay.
I might make a few smart aleck comments about the crowd. If a heel wrestler's talking bad about them, like they say they're all ugly or something like that, I'll say, maybe about 10 of them are, but not all of them. But and I saw that one over there, they just got the Zep bound. They doing all right. But I'll just, keep it at that. Then I'll, try to call to action best I can. If I'm by myself, I'm definitely not going to be that guy that's calling every single headlock, every Japanese arm drag, and all that stuff. That's not happening. And I stress to new commentators coming up, if you're solo, that's not important. And sometimes, while back in the day in WCW, they'll call the moves like Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross were good at that.
Mm-hmm.
They would stick to Jim Ross would definitely stick to the story, add to the character, give some background. WWFE, it was never hardly ever about calling the moves. It was morely about the story and
Yeah.
plugging what's coming up next and going from there. And that's kind of, right or wrong, that's the style you kind of have to go with, what's more national.
Yeah.
And because at the end of the day, yeah, you do kind of want to be noticed. Always looking for that bigger paycheck, but
Oh yeah, definitely,
you know,
definitely.
and you want to be able to have a reel put together to audition to show them, your work. So you kind of follow that style, but still for me, I try to add my own self into that. I don't try to sound, I love Bobby the Brain Heenan, but you know, I'm not a middle-aged white guy. I'm a black man from the South. So you're going to hear some black man from the South stuff. That's the idea because I'm going to stay true to me.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. So let's talk about Florida All Star Wrestling. How did this opportunity come together for you?
It was strange. I saw them advertised and I saw a blurb and I said, you know what? I haven't done anything in Florida. Last experience wasn't the best. So I said, let me give this another shot. I reached out to them and like immediately they're like, okay, can you be at this show, do this, XYZ? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I got it. Agreed on price, which is also important because I'm not doing this for free. We went that there. And Lord willing, I'm going to work with them this coming Saturday for their debut event, Spring Hill, Florida, just right outside of Tampa.
Sweet.
So I encourage everyone, get those tickets, be there, witness it live. They got a hungry, young, enthusiastic roster, also mixed in with some classic names like Pitbull, Gary Wolf, ECW legend, wrestling legend. You have Jim Molyneux, ECW referee. He's going to be there.
Sweet.
Um, Bill Alfonso is going to be there. So, hopefully not blowing that whistle on like I can't take it. But otherwise, this is going to be a great card. Chrissy Vane. Match I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this. The Cheese, a guy who's toured all over with the Savannah Bananas, taking on the Bounty Hunter. It's going to be a championship match. Crown inaugural champion. That's going to be fantastic. Gonna have a rumble on that show as well. Just encourage everyone to give them a try. You can get to see, you were there for their very first show. This is a great opportunity. It's going to be their first show, so be there, witness it live. Um, you know, um, just sit back, enjoy wrestling because it's a lot. I tell people that it's a lot going on in the world right now, and
Yeah,
a lot of stuff going on that really people with a few brain cells they don't agree with. It's not working right. It's not good.
yeah.
Wrestling is a great escape from that. Um, it's a great escape from hearing about viruses, hearing about politics, all that stuff. Come back, kick back, enjoy a wrestling show. It's gonna be some food there too. You can eat and all that. So
Mhm.
relax, enjoy. Take a break for about a good 2 hours, 2.5. Have some fun, and we'll be having a meet and greet. Believe that starts at 3:30 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. I'm getting old, so I can't remember everything. So, but follow them on social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram. They have all the details there, and be a part of history. Witness it live.
That's what's up. So, what can the fans expect from you at the FAW debut show?
They're gonna see me full suit. Hopefully not. Well, I'll try to tailor because I don't want to burn up. It is Florida, but have my tradition Kango. I'll be showing them ball, but I'll have my Kango on. And I'm gonna be there, having the time of my life, calling to action, um, doing my thing. Feel free to stop by, say hi. You know, don't be grabbing on me or nothing like that now when I have my back turned something, but just say hi. I can't, you know, I can't apologize for my sudden reactions. So
Right.
just say hi, holler at me, you know, and then from there, hopping on the plane, going back to England, Braintree, England for certified professional wrestling, that the Institute in Braintree, England. Phenomenal event. As mentioned earlier, so many great names going to be competing, but match I'm most looking forward to. You have Bethel defending the CPW Heavyweight Championship in a four-way. But the match I'm looking forward to the most, Iron Aiden versus JJ Gold, the gold standard. JJ Gold, former powerlifting champion, well versed in striking, grappling, um, considered a veteran at this point, and taking on a young upstart, Iron Aiden. Just the sky's the limit for Iron Aiden, but as I mentioned earlier, I think he's biting out more than he can chew. We'll see what he can do. You know, maybe he can get that surprise win. And he did it against Johnny Storm, 30 plus year veteran who's taken on names like AJ Styles, list goes on and on, Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson. And he did it once. Can he do it again? Let's see. Let's find out. Then, in addition to that, what else will I be doing? Oh, May 30th, I want to say, or May 31st. Follow them on social media to find out. Again, I'm old, I'm tired, I'm jet lagged. Taking a bunch of sinus medication because all that flying in different environments. But
Yeah.
um, CXW, which affiliated with CPW, Certified Professional Wrestling, they have their extreme match event. So nothing but hardcore action. Now that one's not for all ages, 18 plus and up. So, you know, you should be seeing no 5-year-olds or 4-year-olds up in there, but hey, whatever. They might be in there anyway, might be grabbing weapons and hitting folks, who knows? But show up, witness that live. That's going to be amazing. Tickets are at cxwrestling.com. And that also goes for the upcoming event this Sunday, 17th of May, if you want to be there. Plan on flying there. If you're not going to be flying, if you're there locally, get those tickets, cxwrestling.com. Follow them on all social media. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to EPW Wrestling's YouTube channel as well. I should be back with them sometime in June, I want to say. Um, there for the whole family, all ages, kick back, have fun. Kind of classic wrestling, you know, good guys, bad guys. And, you know, that's going to be phenomenal. There's a lot of variety with wrestling in the UK scene. And then, of course, every Friday on Extreme Channel in the UK. Catch me for Valor Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
They have an upcoming event June 28th, I want to say. Let's see. I'll look it up real quick because, again, I can't remember this stuff. So y'all should remember everything now. Come on. But that's gonna be great. I want y'all to follow them on all social media platforms as well. Great mix of pure wrestling and extreme wrestling. They have what's called Shogun Mouthwash coming up June 28th, Grand Ole Opry. Not the one in Tennessee, but the one in Glasgow, Scotland.
Sweet.
Beautiful venue. It's gonna be amazing. You got LKS, Luke King Sharp. You got the UEWA World Heavyweight Champion, BT Gunn, phenomenal wrestler. You got Tommy Lockhart. That's another name everyone needs to be checking out. That guy is a solid sound technician. He can do it all. Come from the top rope, you name it, everything. Mr. Tim Strange is going to be there. Actually, on YouTube, I have a rap song I made where I'm talking about defeating Tim Strange, even though that's not going to happen because he'll crush me. But whatever. You got Penelope Ford. She's going to be there. There's just so much great talent in the UK wrestling scene, and I encourage you all check them out. If you can't, you can find them somewhere on YouTube. I'm sure. Not encouraging that, but you can find them. Um, Definitely encourage you all to watch them on Extreme Channel. You don't have access to the channel. They got the Extreme app. Find that on the Play Store. Find that in iTunes, Apple Store, or download the Channel Box app. You can watch via that as well. So just a lot of wrestling out there. I don't do a whole lot in the United States these days as much. So, I'm not saying I'm the draw or anything like that, but I do put in my work. I do promos. I don't have to do promos. I'm just a commentator, right? But I do everything because I want everyone to know about the shows that are happening and to be there. That's what it's all about. It's not the promoter's job, it's everyone's job.
Definitely,
And
definitely.
I
Hey
want
man,
everyone to be there.
you the busiest man in the independents right now, man. You Mr.
Trying,
International.
trying,
What's
trying.
that's what's up, man. Stay on the grind. Real quick, I know you I don't know how much of the independent scene in the UK, how much you watch, but Will Cruz, are you up on him?
It's familiar. Oh my God. Drawing a blank, but I know the name. Yes.
Yeah, cause he just signed with WWE. He's in NXT, and I got a chance to see
Oh yes, yes.
his videos in when he was in the Independence.
Hmm.
That dude is gonna be is gonna be the truth in NXT. And I said
Oh,
it. I was
absolutely.
like, I was kind of looking at their men's division, and I'm like, outside of Obafemi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page,
Mhm.
they really didn't have nobody. They really don't have nobody. But when I seen him come in the last 2 weeks, I'm like, okay, this dude is nice. But then when I saw his videos from the UK, this dude
Oh
is
yeah.
like a super weight. He's like a super heavyweight cruiserweight.
Yep.
Like he does stuff, and it's just like, no, that this big dude ain't supposed to be doing this. But
Right.
yeah, I got a chance to see him, and I think he's gonna do big things in NXT.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what I'm, again, my point, going back, the UK wrestling scene, don't sleep on it, ladies and gentlemen. That's some of the best talent, and I can guarantee you. I think, honestly, I'm not trying to make it like a country war competition thing, but from what I'm seeing, from their training system to everything else, like their talent is really kind of superseding the American talent. And I think, we got to step up our game back home here, because they taking over.
Uh-oh.
And I'd love to see it, honestly.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So
Oh, and real shout out to Project X Wrestling as well. Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. They have an upcoming event June 20th. I want everyone to witness that live. Serena Deeb will be there, formerly of WWE, AEW.
sweet.
Phenomenal women's wrestler, period, I should say. And she's going to be there. And just so much more. Check them out on YouTube. I do commentary for them as well. Um, and we're dropping content about bi-weekly with them. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, buy those tickets if you're in the area, Project X, TIX, tix.com. Get those tickets.
That's what's up. So looking ahead, what's next for Scene Nick, and what goals are you chasing for the rest of the year?
Trying to make sure I can get sleep. As Lord have mercy. Outside of traveling, doing voiceovers, like it's busy schedule, but doing some work with Florida All Star Wrestling coming up this Saturday, then flying out to Certified Professional Wrestling for their event at the Institute Braintree, England. After that, working with EPW Wrestling. Follow, subscribe to their YouTube channel as well, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be in June 28th, VALOR Wrestling, Glasgow, Scotland. Um, I can't remember. I don't know. But look for me for those shows and also for Project X Wrestling. Check them out. Follow 'em on social media. For EPW American Wrestling, they try to put an American kind of spin on the wrestling for EPW. Um, Follow them on social media. Tickets are on ticketsource.com. Their events always sell out, so get those tickets. And other than that, for aspirations, what I would like to do next, um, two goals, well, three really. If they happen, God heard me. Is I would like to do something with either TNA.
Mm,
Been a fan of theirs since beginning June 19th, 2002. Um, MLW, if the opportunity arises, and NWA. I know they're set on their commentary team, but if they ever had a secondary show and need a secondary person, hey, I would love to do something. I know they're coming here to Atlanta in June. I just might stop by and visit. Who knows? But I would love to do something with them. Especially, growing up watching NWA, is
yeah,
that'd be good. That'd be
uh,
like, fate right there. Like growing up watching that I'm working for them, that'd be something.
definitely, definitely. Hey, keep speaking it into existence, man. It
Absolutely.
it it is it'll happen some way, somehow. It the universe will make a way. God will make a way for it to happen for you. So just keep speaking it, bro.
Absolutely. Oh, and one more actually. It's one in Canada. You had him as a guest, Justin Summers. If he
Yes.
sees this, I would like to do something with IPW wrestling. I know
Okay.
you all have set up your commentary team, but I am willing to manage, do whatever you need in that regard.
Okay. All
I
right.
would love to do manage, something like that. Mhm.
If Justin Summers is watching this episode, seeing
Yeah.
Nick, hey, he wants to work with IPW, so
Yeah.
shoot him a message or something like that.
Yeah. Let me on the island. Let me do it.
Definitely, definitely.
And
Uh,
also, I'm coming up soon. I'm working with Horse Cosmetics out of France. Men's skincare line, phenomenal products, clean, natural, good. Because I want to be looking like no one's dad, so I gotta make sure I'm all good. Black don't crack, but you gotta make sure you do a little maintenance here and there, too.
right, definitely. Real quick,
Mhm.
how's the music coming along? What you got anything new coming up?
Oh, nice. Yeah, the new album Conversations in a Jazz Club on Spotify and Apple Music. Everywhere you can stream music is there. That was 8 years in the making. Um, and I just finally, said, what the hell, I'm going to put this out there and finally put it out. And I love the response to it. Had some different session singers come in and I did all the beats myself, wrote all the lyrics.
Sweet.
Um, did my backgrounds, all that, you name it. I might have a new album because this one's doing so well. I was kind of waiting. Okay, should I put it out there yet? But I'm just going to throw it out there anyway. Got to keep them streaming numbers up. So I have an album coming out. I think sometime the end of June or July. I'm going to put it out there, and you just might hear a song I made specifically for Valor Wrestling coming up soon.
Sweet, sweet. Hey, I
Mhm.
got a chance to listen to some music. I also
Oh,
follow on
nice.
Spotify.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
I like the whole style. It's just it seemed like you got that music. If you just want to just chill on your couch and just drink
Mhm.
have a glass of wine, or you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, or have your cup of liquor and just relax. But yeah,
right.
definitely do it. It's that it sounds like the old school jazz I used to hear on the radios when I
Oh,
was growing up as a kid, like the Kenny G and stuff
oh,
like
yeah.
that. It got that sound to it, but
I
definitely doing your
appreciate it.
thing, man. Keep it up.
Well, definitely. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had a small little release party too, and it came out during WrestleMania weekend, and
Oh, sweet.
that was cool. Um, I was tired as hell too. Had just got off the plane and went straight to that club.
Oh, wow, wow. Hey
I
man,
be telling, I be working.
hey, keep it up though. You stand on that grind, and
Oh,
opportunities are opening up for you, and that's all it's gonna keep doing if you keep working, man.
no, definitely. I appreciate it.
No problem. Um, Want to thank you for coming on, seeing Nick. It's always a pleasure, talking about all the cool things you got going on in wrestling. Real quick before we get out of here, did you want to give any shout outs or, plug your social media platforms one more time?
Oh, sure. Make sure you stream my music on anywhere you can stream music is all there. Love the support. Thank you all so much. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. Now it is, I gotta have it set up where I gotta, allow you to follow me. But if you're not a Russian bot, hey, you in. Um, also just look for me on all social media. Follow all the wrestling pages I mentioned. EPW American Wrestling. They have a ton of shows coming up. They are nonstop. So follow them, buy those tickets, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Um, should be EPW Wrestling UK on YouTube, I think, something like that. But just search for them. Awesome show. VALOR Wrestling. Follow them on all social media platforms. Get those tickets. Eventbrite, upcoming event, June 28th, going down at Glasgow, Scotland. Um, CXW/, CPW. Follow them on all social media. Subscribe to their YouTube channel as well. And buy tickets to their events. The one coming up this Sunday, 17th of May, Braintree, England, the Institute. And the one they have, I believe, May 30th or 31st. That's the CXW show, not for kids. Buy tickets for that as well. That's all those tickets are on cxwrestling.com. And Project X Wrestling, subscribe to their YouTube channel, follow them. Great promotion in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. Just had a match with, I know people gonna comment on the name, but Marty Squirrel and Paul London. Still phenomenal match. And all right, y'all don't be crucifying nobody out there now and flaming torches. If someone on said what they said, they apologized, you know, let it move on. But that's all I'm gonna say on that. But also make sure to witness Florida All Star Wrestling this Saturday, Spring Hill, Florida, May 16th. It's going down. Phenomenal event, top to bottom. They put their foot in this card. It's going to be great. Sit back, relax. I'll be sitting up watching news all weekend and hearing about viruses, all this stuff. That's a problem for another day. Take about 2 hours, get away from that crap, and just watch wrestling. Get
Definitely,
lost in it.
definitely, and most definitely support your your local independent promotions too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not only and seeing Nick said it best with everything going on with these viruses, um, all the politics, that stuff that's going on. We still got to remember that there's a promotion that got skyrocket tickets for their shows,
Mm-hmm.
and it's making it hard for a lot of people that want to go to these shows to go to their
Yep.
shows. So if you can't go to a WWE show, you always got your independents. Probably pay nothing but $20-$30 for a ticket,
Yep.
and they always got food that's cheap too. Yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say. To piggyback off of what C Nick was saying, support your independent local promotions. And
Absolutely.
I want to thank everybody who watched this episode. Um, as always, follow Wrestling from the 313 on Facebook. We got over 1,000 followers on there. We're getting close to 1,100. TikTok, we over 1,000 followers, trying to get to 1,100 on there. Follow on Instagram, follow on Twitter. Once again, follow on YouTube. We over 9,400 subscribers right now. We're trying to get to 9,500 by the weekend. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you know anyone else that watches wrestling or like wrestling podcasts, Tell them about Wrestling from the 313. Tell them to subscribe. And don't forget, if you like energy drinks, go to w.gg. Get you an energy blend mix. It is very, very, very good energy drink mix. Is way better than the competitors that got all that caffeine and
Oh yeah.
give you the jitters and stuff like that. It is
And
very
shit.
good. Go to w.gg, and when you go to checkout, put the code W313 in. You get 10% off your order.
Oh, no.
Can't beat that. So yeah,
No, it's good.
definitely yeah. The flavor that I had, Dragonade, was very, very good. So yeah, definitely go on their website, check out their products. Got a lot of cool stuff. And once again, use the checkout code W313. You get 10% off your order. For my guests, Scene Nick, I am Mike D. This is another episode of Wrestling from the 313. We will be back again at this time next week. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.